Oh, alright, this is still weird. Still very weird. Hello! Don't get used to this, this is bizarre. A new video already? Must be your lucky day. I've mentioned his name maybe 15 times over the last 12 months, but Sammy Paul. Sammy created a video called the reverse Q&A, because we all know when us video makers run out of ideas, you typically ask your audience for questions and you answer them in a video. Or in my case, you get your relatives to ask you questions and pretend they're from viewers. So, in this video it was just Sammy asking a series of questions which for all intents and purposes are quite difficult to answer. I spent a solid 2 hours trying to come up with honest answers to these. I'm just going to answer them. Ready? Hello, I'm Question Erica. I will be back here slightly out of focus because I'm being arty to ask all the questions. Right, question number 1. In this moment, what are you most excited for? This was weird because it's simultaneously the same thing that I'm kind of nervous for, and it's starting afresh. I'm very excited to move to Sydney, but I'm also petrified. Take that as you will. What do you risk regretting about your current lifestyle in 5 years' time? I'll be 23, and if all things go to plan, I should be back in the UK. So I think what I risk regretting now is not enjoying my time enough in Australia, because it is great, but wishing my time away so I can get back to the place I really want to be, I will definitely regret in 5 years' time. That, and probably the fact that I don't exercise. It's a simple thing that I could change like that, but I don't. If you had to raise a child with one person in your life who you are not romantically involved with, who would it be and why? This was really difficult. I actually went through my Facebook friend list and just kind of pondered for a few good minutes as to who would be a great person to raise a child with. I picked Keely for a number of reasons. One, she works in a children's bookstore and she will actively read children's books so that she can recommend them. She'd know great books for the child. I think also raising a child with Keely would be great because Keely has an impeccable sense of humour. She's very quick, she's dry, and she's incredibly sarcastic, and I think having a child from the age you could start talking to be a sarcastic human would be brilliant. If I were to say home, what's the first image to come to mind? Oh, this is such a me question to have to answer. I honestly think of fresh sheets on a bed. I don't know why. I just like the feeling of fresh sheets, and that somehow reminds me of home. Either that or people. People laughing. Wow, this is just, I'm just recalling stock images now. This is, home to me is Shutterstock, apparently. What doesn't scare you, but should? Death. I'm not scared of death. I'm probably scared more of how one dies. Drowning scares me, but death in itself I'm not scared of. Whether that's a good or a bad thing, I have no idea. What's the angriest you've ever been? I'm a really passionate person, so usually my anger very quickly turns away from anger and is just tears. I actually think it's not made me angry, it's just made me annoyed. When I was about 5-6 years old, I went in for an audition because I used to audition for all kinds of commercials over here in Australia. One day I threw a tantrum and Mum says I just didn't want to do it, so we left. That commercial has turned out to be a national icon, and it was redone by the same girl as she got older. I think past Erica makes me more angry than anything. It's, oh, I missed out on the ad. Here it is. You can watch, here's the ad.
Don't shut the dinosaur, Daddy! The Natural Confectionery Company.
Could have been me. What are 3 of the most justifiable reasons someone might dislike you? I like this question a lot because I don't think we as people consider what our flaws are. I think the main one for me, the first one of the 3, is that I do move a lot, and over the last 10 years I have moved a lot, and I think that can lead to people disliking me because I'm not there, and I'm kind of, it's the ultimate version of being a flake in a situation. You just bugger off and leave. Second one I came up with was, it's a catch-22 because I have grown up in China. Stories that I bring up in conversation or as anecdotes all revolve around life in China. But I think that might also come across as me being big-headed, but it's difficult when that's all you know. Third is that it takes me a long time to admit that I'm wrong. I'm just stubborn. Select a random acquaintance in your life. Now, what is the biggest favour they could do for you? Maddie, Dream on Maddie. I think the biggest favour she could do for me was to read some stuff that I've been writing, because she is incredible with words and she's just a very kind, lovely, amazing, let's just keep praising Maddie, human being. I think that I would really benefit from having someone like her read the things that I do write because of her insight. In contrast, what's the biggest favour you could do for them? I think I could lend an ear. I think, and I've been told that I have a good ability to listen, and I think that's really important, to listen to other people and not the sound of your own voice. Offer advice where I can, and if I can't, then just be there to talk to. And finally, what compliment has meant the most to you? Someone told me, you're so you, and that scares the hell out of me. At first I took that as a backhanded compliment, because I don't like being told that I'm scary. But I think what they were trying to say was purely that I am really just me. I can't really explain it, but it's a compliment that has really meant the most to me, I think. That's it. I've been sitting on my knees this entire time and I'm on sticks, so this really hurts. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, cool.